Shira here. We're going to talk this week about how to get back into the gym if you've been gone for a little while, and just get that comfortableness back. Or, hey, I am brand new to the gym. I don't know what's going on here. It's just lights and people everywhere. We're going to help you get comfortable and really figure out how to get your placement and a good way to get started. Ashley's going to kick us off talking a little bit about nutrition, and I'm really going to talk about how you can want to get into the gym, because nutrition is really the largest part of any type of routine or fitness plan that you get started with.
Yeah, guys, you really, you can't do one without the other. In order to hit your goals and really maximize your time in the gym, it doesn't make sense for you to go out and eat McDonald's and stuff like that all the time. So, with that being said, let's talk about the nutrition piece. Had a few here, so I had to take notes so I could remember. The biggest one that I tell all of my clients whenever, I sit down with them, we kind of write everything out, is when you're just getting started, the last thing that you want to do is do a complete overhaul of everything, because that's who sticks to that, right? So pick something, just one thing for a week, and then that's what you're going to focus on. So I always have people start with water, just because nobody drinks the amount of water that they should be. And so for them, I say, for this entire week, your only goal is to increase your water intake to where we want it to be. Don't worry about the food that you're eating or anything like that. Your goal is to get in the gym and increase your water intake, and that's it. And so then the next week, we'll look at something else. So we may say, okay, next week, we're going to eat in this time frame. So from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., you're eating in there. You're not eating outside of that time frame. Next week we'll focus on alcohol or sugar or something like that, right? So the next week I only want you taking this amount of sugar, and that's all that you're focusing on. So hopefully the idea is that you stack each goal, and once it becomes a habit, they all become habits, and you stack them on top of each other, it makes it a little bit more reasonable for you to do this, long term. Number 2, meal prep.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Love a good meal prep.
We should do that one day, where we do something in the kitchen and we talk about some of our favorite go-to meal prep stuff. I definitely have mine whenever you don't really want to have to think about it and you just want to throw something together. But yeah, take a few, couple hours out of your Sunday and spend some time cooking there, and just sectioning everything out for the week. It's so great when you already have pre-portioned stuff that you can just grab, in the morning and throw it in your bag and take it to the office with you, and then heat up later. So that's one of the biggest things to help you stay on track, because if you have something to eat, you're less likely to go and binge on something or snack on something that you're doing out of necessity because you don't have anything in front of you.
Absolutely.
Cheat meal versus cheat day.
I don't get a whole day. I just get one meal. Is that what you're telling me?
One meal. Hey, and I'm guilty of the whole cheat day thing. Definitely have been there. But yeah, cheat meal versus cheat day. Starting out when you're building this, give yourself that cheat meal. You want something that kind of keeps you grounded when it comes to your nutrition. So take a meal, make that, whatever you want it to be. You want to eat pizza, go for it. You want to go to Taco Bell, go for it. But just make it stop there, right? So make sure that you just use it at that, and then move on, and keep focusing on what your goals are. As you get to where you're at your goal weight, at your goal size, whatever your goals are, then we can start expanding a little bit. But the idea is to kind of create some parameters around that so that you're not fully going off the bandwagon, right? This one's kind of oh, you know what? It's the weekend. I was going to say it's counterproductive but it's alcohol. So try to limit your alcohol intake to maybe just the weekends. I had someone present this idea to me a while back, and it was mandatory versus recreational. So your mandatory nutrition is essentially what you do during the week, and it's basically how you eat to survive, you eat to live, you eat so that you can function as a human being. Whereas recreational eating is the stuff that you enjoy, right? And if you like wine, if you like Prosecco, if you like beer, do that. Just try to limit it to a weekend so that you're not overindulging all week. And then this is probably the most important piece of advice that I have when it comes to nutrition is don't kill yourself to go above and beyond and do things that just don't fit your schedule, or you don't like. If you don't like kale, don't eat kale. It's perfectly fine. Don't kill yourself or shove things down your throat that you don't like because it's healthy. You're not going to stick with it if you do that. Don't kill yourself. Keep it simple. Your meal prep, keep it simple. My go-to meal prep when I don't want to have to really get creative with stuff is turkey, marinara sauce, and zoodles. So zucchini noodles. And you can buy them pre-spiraled. And I literally, all I have to do is brown the turkey meat and put the marinara sauce in there, and that's it. Because the zoodles heat up in the microwave whenever you heat it up. So that's like stuff like that, and hopefully as we kind of keep diving into these vlogs and show you guys some options around that, will help you find ways to keep it simple and keep your life on track with what you want to do, so that you're not taking hours and hours out of your day to prepare meals for the entire week. But yeah, that's really all that I had for nutrition.
Okay.
Oh, tracking, food tracking.
Yes.
There are a lot of apps out there that really help with you tracking your calorie intake, your macro intake, and where you're at for the day for that. So I know there's a few off the top of my head. MyFitnessPal is one of them. Livestrong has a daily plate, I think is what it's called, that lets you do that. So, we all have our phones. We carry our phones around almost all day. The great thing about those is that they have databases that are already pre-programmed in the app. So let's say you go to Chick-fil-A and you get one of their meals. I just found this out yesterday. We celebrated my 6-year-old's birthday at Chick-fil-A. That was his choice. And I was trying to keep my cheat meal to one meal, and I had already done something on Friday that kept it for that. So I ended up getting their Cobb salad, and has 40 grams of protein in it. 40 grams. So MyFitnessPal, was how I figured that out. All of that stuff is already programmed in there, so you can just go in, plug in what you ate. If it's, a cup of strawberries, that stuff's already in there. Check it to make sure it's accurate. It's kind of like, the Wikipedia of nutrition tracking. But yeah, so it's really, really good, and I think, as you guys start to input that stuff and then see it, you'll start to see maybe foods that you thought were healthy really aren't that healthy, and you'll be able to track throughout the day as to where you're at with your goals. So, you never know, you may get towards the end of the day and realize that you've got, 30 extra grams of protein that you got to take in, which is important because that's going to fuel your time in the gym. And hopefully, if you're going to the gym, then you're working yourself hard enough to where you need to increase your nutritional value of what you're taking in. So with that, what you got for us in the gym?
And I just really want to reiterate, nutrition is really the largest piece. So everything that I'm about to say will not even matter if you're not doing the right thing with your nutrition. Yeah. So keep it simple, guys. Go to the gym with a plan. Full disclosure, I go to the gym 5, 7, 6 times a week. If I walk in there just straight out of work, I didn't look up a workout first or think about what I want to do or even what body part I want to hit, I will mill around in there chatting with everybody, listening to music, and next thing I know, I'm ready to go home. I don't even want to do a workout anymore. So go in with a plan. Before you go to bed, before you even start driving to the gym, get a plan of your head. What body part am I going to hit? What am I really focused on? What actual workout am I going to do while I'm there? Another thing that I have is, so ask for help. You get to the gym, you don't know what's going on, you're all over the place, you didn't get your plan together, you have kids, work got crazy. I fully understand how it gets. Ask someone that kind of looks like they know what's going on, or someone that might have on a trainer shirt. Just say, hey, I'm really lost here. Can you please just help me out? There is zero qualms in asking for help.
No.
And people will help you out. I mean, if someone walked up to me and said, hey, how do I do this? I'm going to help them because I'm passionate. And most people in the gym are pretty passionate about what they're doing. We've also got the mirror is your friend. Mm-hmm. So, full disclosure, I never, ever, ever stood in the mirror until about 2 years ago. And I would say that's when I actually saw things happening and changing for my body. I know some people feel like it's the weird meatheads that just stand in front of the mirror taking up space, but they're there because you can check your form, but then also you get to see whether or not you're actually got anything coming through.
And if the meatheads are in there taking up space, knock them over and get you some room in that mirror.
Amen. Hey,
show them what you're doing.
Hey, I'm small but mighty. I will take up some space in the gym. It does not matter.
Yeah.
I want to check my form. I want to make sure that I'm not just standing here sweating and breathing heavy for no reason, all right? I want some muscles to stop popping through. I want to hit my goals, which brings me around to my next thing is pace yourself. It is a marathon, not a sprint. Somebody taught me that saying way before I could actually appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it now. I would say, I've seen people that have said they've been working out in the gym for 6-7 years and they are just now starting to hit their actual goals. You've got to find some time to figure out, maybe supersets work for you, maybe supersets don't work out for you, maybe volume is what works for you. Maybe you got to do an endless amount of cardio, whatever. You just got to play around with it, and it just takes time.
And not only that, but, today's vlog's about new to fitness or like a refresh to fitness, and especially the refreshers. I remember I went into the gym after being out for a while and decided I was going to get on the rowing machine and just go as fast, like I was on like the college rowing team, and just go. And I remember getting up from the rowing machine and spacing out in between walking from the rowing to the locker room, and as soon as I made it into the ladies' locker room, I just laid on the floor like a hot dog and waited for my senses to come back, because I just went too hard on, and I thought that I could just jump back into where I left off, and if you've taken a significant amount of time off, you can't do that. So pace yourself.
Amen. Don't roll in just because you see somebody that looks similar to your build and shape. Don't just roll in there, pick up the same weights as them. It's completely different. Yeah. It's completely different. So good point, and I'm guilty of that. And then this is actually the number one thing that I always tell people when they ask how I get up at 4:30 or 5 a.m. and roll into the gym. It is not magical, guys. I put on my sports bra and my tank top before I go to bed, and I've got everything else laid out beside the bed. I have my socks rolled up. I have my shoes right there perfectly unlaced. I have my headphones. I even have like protein in a bottle ready to go. You have to set everything out before you go. And if you're not an AM person, that's fine. Pack your gym bag to everything you could possibly need. Before I became an AM workout person, I actually was an after work workout person 100%. And so I would pack my workout bag for the entire week. Every shirt, deodorant, snacks, whatever it was that I was going to need for the entire week, I packed it in there. What do you do to get yourself ready?
That's smart. I've not done the whole week before. I've always done daily, which of course takes up time each night before to do it. But I like that week idea. That's a really good idea. One of the other things that I'll do is I will always pack a change of clothes outside of the gym. So let's say that my excuse of not going to the gym is that I don't have anything to wear afterwards or something like that. I'll pack a change of clothes, like a towel, washcloth, something that I can kind of quickly rinse off and go to somewhere else afterwards. Although half the time I don't really care about walking around in my gym clothes. So,
but you're prepared.
But and here's the key to this, guys. Prep. Whatever you got to do the night before, the day before, the weekend before to get yourself so that it's easier throughout the week, because that's when the grind kicks in.
That's right.
Do it. And at the end of the day, sheer will. That's what it is. Just getting up. I am not a morning person at all. My nickname in the morning is Grumpy. But I've been doing it, here recently, and it's interesting how much I do more throughout the day, and I'm actually more motivated throughout the day by getting up and doing it in the morning. So figure out what time works best for you, really.
And I'll kind of speak to that, especially being a young professional trying to stay social. You're going to find it a lot easier if you do it in the morning, and I'll be 100% honest with you, I'm kind of grumpy too.
Yeah.
I have my headphones on. I don't want anyone to talk to me. I'm happy once I get to the gym. I've got my workout going, but it's not always going to look pretty, but once you just get in there, you feel so much better that after work, you can either go home and take a nap, or you can go out with the girls because it's already done. I think something that someone told me that's helpful, that's for someone who's not as far into the process as we are,
Mm-hmm.
is always remember your why. So why is it that you even care about your nutrition and your health and going to the gym? And if you just remind yourself of that while you're throwing stuff in your bag, or while you're laying out your clothes the night before, or you're meal prepping, if you just say, I'm doing this because my why is this, I think that'll really help you out. Go back to your vision board.
Yeah, you know what? That actually gives me an idea. So we all have, I don't know anybody that uses an old school alarm clock anymore. I think we all use our phones for our alarm now.
They're making a comeback.
Okay.
I saw one for like $200 Lenovo.
Well, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. Maybe I'll have the alarm iPhone around longer because of this idea. You can name your alarm. And so when you set that alarm, write your why in the alarm so that when you get up, that's what pops up on your phone while you hear boop, boop, boop in the morning waking you up. And hopefully that will help you kind of see that first thing in the morning and get you going as well. I'm going to do that. I literally just came up, I'm going to do that.
I like it.
Okay, so I kind of have, are you done with?
Oh yeah, we're all set.
Okay.
I think this is going to get you guys going. And we'll continue to post things as they pop into our brains over the weeks and days. Hopefully you've enjoyed some of our little shorts that we've been posting. Just like interacting with you guys throughout the week. This is 15 minutes is not enough.
It isn't.
So we always like to make sure you keep following our Instagram, and remember we had to pack up and move. So Shira.Ashley.
That's the new one.
Is the new one.
Yeah.
Facebook's still the same, and Gmail's still the same. So keep checking us out because we're pretty active on there.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a surprise for you. You'll like it. Okay, so one of the things that we both agreed was like a huge tip was build yourself a dope playlist that's going to get you fired up at the gym. So I know she has one, and I have one saved on my phone. So I thought we'd do a little workout playlist roulette, because this way you guys can see what gets us fired up, and we might surprise you. We may not. You may think, oh, that makes sense. But you kind of get an idea of what, it's a way to get to know us as far as what gets us going in the playlist in the gym and stuff like that. So get your phones.
Okay.
And we're just gonna hit shuffle play and pray that there's no judgment here. You want to go first?
Oh, I was going to make you go first. I'll go first.
No.
I'll hit shuffle.
All right.
Let's see what comes up first.
Ooh.
That's like a,
I like it.
like rolling in. It just makes you like, okay, I'm kill it.
I like it.
So that's one.
That's Bruno, right?
Yeah,
I
Bruno
like
Mars.
Bruno. I like it. All right, here we go. Oh, I actually posted this on our thing the other day. This is me from The Greatest Showman.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of this is probably like as I'm getting started on the treadmill. And then when you see me start like bouncing up and down on the treadmill as I'm walking. All right, so there's that one. Okay, go.
Okay. Let's see what else is next. Oh. It kind of takes me back to like,
I like it.
like high school athlete days.
Yeah.
Like that's what this is from.
Sometimes the sound is good. So it's good.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. Gosh, I'm so nervous.
Oh yeah.
I love 50. Love them.
That's a good one.
I do like that one. Okay.
All right.
That was fun.
That was fun.
I like that.
Okay, well.
Yours is almost exactly what I expected.
We're gonna have to play again.
We'll play
We'll
again.
get deeper into that playlist.
And with that being said, if you guys have any suggestions, I'm always looking for new music.
Yes.
I will say new music and new clothes gets me excited to go to the gym.
Amen. Buy yourself a cute outfit.
If you got to get yourself in the gym because you want to flaunt it, do it. I no shame in that. I do it all the time. I love a good gym outfit.
Amen. Well, I think hopefully we got you guys going for your week. You're ready to get into the gym.
Yeah.
Really crush it. Take your nutrition seriously. And I think with that,
that's it.
Ashley,
You guys can always come sip with us.